In the following lecture, we're going to try and quickly draw the dot and cross diagram for carbon and fluorine. The first thing that you need to figure out about carbon and fluorine is that they are both nonmetals. And nonmetals, they share electrons and they form covalent bonds by sharing of electrons. Quick pause. Why don't you join our free online classes at megalecture.com where the best teachers in town are going to teach you? Quickly connect with us and join those free trial classes. Now, the rule for the formation of covalent or sharing of electrons is that if you look at carbon, carbon is a group 4 element, which means that if it's in group 4 of the periodic table, it's going to have 4 valence electrons. And to complete its outer shell, it needs 4 more electrons because carbon needs to complete its outer shell, it needs to have 8 electrons. So it needs 4 electrons, which means that it's going to share 4 electrons. So the rule is the number of electrons that you need to complete the outer shell, that's the number of electrons that it would need, be using for sharing or forming covalent bonds. So here I've drawn the carbon atom with its 4 valence electrons. In total, it has 6 electrons, 2 in the inner shell and 4 in the outermost shell. On the other hand, we have fluorine, which is a group 7 element. It's in group 7 of the periodic table, which means that it has a total of 7 valence electrons, outer electrons in its shell. And to complete its outer shell, it needs 1 electron. So it's going to share just 1 electron. So here you can see my fluorine atom that I've drawn with its 7 electrons. Remember, just as a convention, to draw one atom's electrons with dots, the other one should be drawn with crosses. Now, fluorine needs 1 electron. So what it would do is it's going to see the 4 carbon atoms and it's going to go and pull one of the electrons towards itself. So here's my fluorine atom. It goes over there. It brings that 1 electron of carbon towards it and starts sharing that electron. Now, nonmetals don't lose electrons, which is why carbon is not willing to give that electron. And indirectly, what happens is carbon also gets fluorine's electron. Carbon is pulling fluorine's electron. Fluorine is trying to fill its outer shell by pulling carbon's electron. So as a result, fluorine has its outer shell, which is now complete. So fluorine is complete now. Its outer shell is complete, but carbon still needs how many electrons? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it still needs 3 electrons. So what's going to happen is that there would be 3 more fluorines coming in. So you can see over here 3 more fluorines coming in. Carbon needs electrons, so that's precisely what would happen. So this fluorine is going to come in and it would start sharing electrons, would start giving electrons to this carbon. And the fluorine would also start getting electron from carbon. So fluorine's outer shell would be complete. The other fluorine is going to come in as well. It's going to start sharing electrons. It needs 1 electron from carbon, so it gets that 1 electron from carbon, and carbon gets an electron from fluorine, vice versa. And then you have this 4th fluorine that's going to come in and it's going to start sharing electrons with carbon. And in this way, all the outer shell electrons are complete. Carbon had 4 electrons, these purple ones, 4 purple electrons initially, but now 1 electron from fluorine, 1 from fluorine, 1 from another fluorine, 1 from another fluorine. So it has a complete octet now. It has 8 electrons. All its outer shells are now filled. Fluorine, on the other hand, needed just 1 electron, so it got this 1 purple electron from carbon, and its 8 electrons are now complete. So all the fluorines were able to complete their own outer shells. So this is the dot and cross diagram for a CF4 molecule, carbon and fluorine. The rule is that if you have a group 4 element, if it needs 4 electrons to complete its outer shell, it's going to share 4 electrons. And the other rule is that if it's a group 7 element, it has 7 valence electrons. It needs 1 electron to share it's going to share 1 electron. And you can figure out the number of atoms because the sharing must be equal. So if there's an atom that's sharing 4 electrons, the other atom must be sharing 4 electrons as well. But now this atom is only sharing 1 electron, which means that there would be 4 times that many atoms, because if each one starts sharing 1 electron, in total the fluorines are sharing a total of 4 electrons. So this over here is the dot and cross diagram of this compound.